Would you believe a woman who claimed to be 161 years old and said she once rocked George Washington's cradle? In 1835, one man spent every dollar he had to buy her. That decision would change American entertainment forever. His name was Phineas Taylor Barnum. He was 25, broke, and running out of ideas. Groceries hadn't worked, a lottery hadn't worked, a small newspaper had gotten him sued. But on a summer afternoon in Connecticut, a man named Coley Bartram pulled him aside and told him about something that had never failed to stop people in their tracks. There was a woman in Philadelphia, Bartram said, a black woman. Her name was Joyce Heth, and she was being exhibited at Masonic Hall as, and he said this with a straight face, the greatest natural curiosity ever witnessed. According to the promoters, she had been born around 1674. She had served in the household of Augustine Washington, and she claimed with the confidence of someone who had been there that she had personally nursed, clothed, and raised the infant who would become the first president of the United States. Barnum was skeptical. Then Bartram showed him the advertisement in the Pennsylvania Inquirer. Then he described the evidence the promoters had assembled, a document they presented as an authentic 18th century bill of sale purportedly signed by Augustine Washington in 1727, transferring ownership of one Negro woman named Joyce Heth, aged 54 years. Do the arithmetic. If the document was genuine, she was 161. Barnum boarded the next coach to Philadelphia. Nothing quite prepares him for what he finds. Joyce Heth is lying in a reclining chair, small and ancient beyond imagination. Her left arm is frozen across her chest, fingers locked in a permanent curl. The nails on that hand have grown to 4 inches in length, yellowing like old parchment. Her eyes have sunk so completely into their sockets that she appears at first glance to have no eyes at all. She is toothless. She is blind. She looks like something time forgot to take with it. And then she speaks. Her voice is thin but bright. She talks about dear little George, the infant Washington, with the warmth of a woman recalling yesterday. She describes the morning he was born, the feel of the cloth as she dressed him, the sound of the house. She sings old hymns, the kind that seem to belong to a different century entirely. She is pert, sociable, and against all logic, entertaining. The promoters produce their document. The paper looks brittle and credible. The story built around it is constructed to answer every doubt. Joyce had been taken to Kentucky, had lived so long on a plantation that no one thought to wonder how old she was until a young man found the record by accident in a Virginia archive, and history supposedly came rushing back. Barnum cannot prove any of it, but he cannot disprove it either. He is convinced. Or, and this is the more honest word, he is convinced enough. He pays $1,000. $500 he has, $500 he borrows. He sells his stake in the grocery business. He is all in. What follows is a masterclass in what Barnum will spend the rest of his life perfecting, the art of making people want to see something. Posters bloom across New York, Boston, Philadelphia, Albany. Newspaper notices appear, some of them quietly written by Barnum himself. The name Joyce Heth travels from mouth to mouth the way only a good rumor can, half belief and half dare. The exhibition halls fill up, night after night, city after city. People come to stare at this small, ruined, ancient woman and to listen to her speak about the father of the nation as though he were a boy she used to scold for tracking mud. It is strange. It is uncomfortable. It asks something unsettling of everyone who watches. And the money comes in like a river that has found its grade. In February of 1836, Joyce Heth dies. A post-mortem examination is conducted by Dr. David L. Rogers in the presence of medical students. The conclusion is careful, but damning. Based on the condition of her body, she was likely far younger than advertised. The doctors disagree on the specifics. The truth, as Barnum later writes with what sounds suspiciously like satisfaction, will probably always remain shrouded in mystery.
He does not claim to have been deceived. He does not claim to have known the truth. He says carefully that he believed the claims when he bought into them. Whether that's innocence or a very well-rehearsed line, only Barnum knows. Joyce Heth may not have been the greatest mystery of the 19th century, but she was the first show that taught P.T. Barnum something the textbooks never could. People don't always pay to see the truth. They pay for feeling wonder. They pay for the electric uncertainty of something they can't quite explain. Give them a reason to argue on the way home. Was she real? Was it fraud? How old was she really? And they will thank you for the ticket. From that moment forward, Barnum never stopped selling wonder. The least deserving of all his ventures, he called it, the one that started everything. And the show never stopped.